Left. Talmud is to the left, along the stream. Warn the others! They've torn Skalitz! Warn the others! They've torn Skalitz! Run for it! Warn the others! They tore Skalitz!
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo, Husungine!
They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Hey, watch it, lout.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Are you...
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation.
Jesus! What the hell are you doing?
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh, God. Eat. Food.
What? What the hell are you doing? Hey!
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there? Hey! Humph! Seems I'm not good enough for the gent.
Got bellyache, have you? That's
I have to eat something. My insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
What the hell are you doing? What?
Don't you start. Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
Hey! You've no business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry. Get going. Can you hear me? Hey! What the hell?
Hey, what shit?
Damn it, I'm hungry.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Hey!
You fled from Skalitz? How did you manage that?
You! What the hell are you fooling around here for? Be off right now, or I'll fucking see you off.
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you. I'm sorry about what happened. There's something you realize. What the hell? Jesus!
What the hell?
What was that noise? I must be going mad.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir. Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I met my friends right next to the Skalitz alehouse. When we heard Deutsch praising Sigismund, our blood boiled. My mates decided to teach that fool to mind his tongue, so, thanks to us, Deutsch had to scrape horse shit off his newly whitewashed house.
How foul.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Only all they have to do is lean on some scholar serf.
You're right there.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands. All will end well.
Damn!
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for...
What?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming of the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Valdic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now!
Men!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid! And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz, come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Hey! Watch it! Lout.
Jesus.
Watch it.
Good day to you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands.
I heard they eat their prisoners and make broth from corpses. Man it.
It's better never to lend money to kin. It's always a nuisance.
Hey!
That's just what I said
Hey!
to him. Oh,
Be a bit more
how do
careful.
you take that?
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. But the good Lord...
Were there many?
Indeed.
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did
Why do you think...
Why did Sigismund Where did these...
What?
We'll be stricken like Sodom and Gomorrah.
I pray you.
All our heads will be on spikes.
What in God's name are you on about?
That's what them foreign soldiers.
Nothing of the sort. Where did you hear that?
Jesus, look. Damn.
Wilma heard the guards on watch talking about it.
Hey! Nobody's going to attack us. Never mind. Wait till I know.
Hey, watch it.
Damn. God be with you.
Can you tell me where I can buy or sell something?
Someone to do business with.
Hallo? Hallo? Hey! Is dit Luca? Hey, hallo Luca. Geweldig. Nee. Zeker weten. Goed. Ja. Ja, dat is wel leuk, hè. Ja, serieus. Ja, klopt.
Gotcha. Jesus, you gave me the run around. Let me go for a second. I have to bury my parents. You're going nowhere. Except back inside. If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground. And I'm stuck here.
Ja, je krijgt een gratis spek, ja. Klopt, ja.
I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here on the double.
Nee. Ja, ik heb... ik weet niet. Die van Atletico die speelt.
That's a good one.
Ja, ik had die Casemiro of zoiets. Ja? Ja, maar het is niet tradeables allemaal, hè.
What part didn't you understand?
Hey, Gaia. Ja, ik moet ook nog veel spelen, man. Maar ik denk dat ik ze gewoon met allemaal goud 2 halen. Dus ik ga niet zoveel spelen. Heb je toch in totaal... Krijg je, als je alle 3 hebt gedaan, krijg je 13... Dan krijg je 30k of zo. Meer dan 30 zelfs. 35k. Wat?
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock. Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Hoe is het? Hallo? Ik weet het. Zo balen. Zo'n eind is het. Nou, we hebben bijna zon. Uncharted, dat is ook baas. Wel op normaal of niet? Ja, dat is op, dan is het wel baas, dan is het ook veel leuker. Maar je bent toch ook goed in schieten, dus dan... Oh ja, normaal, ja, zo vaak denk ik. Zo vaak. Maar als je dat speelt, is echt de gameplay zo goed. Ja, je moet maar Lost Legacy, dat is ook echt een baasspel. Ja, die kan je ook kopen. Maar ja, hij is wel... Nee. Maar die is zeker de moeite waard.
What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Bij het paradijs. Ja, maar weet je wat sowieso leuk is? Jij hebt het maar volgens mij nog... Dit is je tweede keer pas, hè? Dus alles wat ze zeggen weet je niet.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wat vind je nog het leukste level tot nu toe wat je hebt gespeeld? Uncharted 4? Oh, het laatste, zo. Ja, ik vond Madagaskar ook wel leuk in die jungle. Ja, een soort van... dat je met z'n drieën bent in die auto. Dat is ook wel leuk. Ja, dat was een lang hoofdstuk, hè. Het grappigste is, volgens mij, ik weet niet waar Milan is, maar volgens mij is Milan een beetje waar jij bent. Oh nee, Milan is... Ja, daarom. Milan heeft hem nog eens uitgespeeld, dat is echt drama voor een Uncharted. Iemand of zoiets. Nou, nog niet eens Uncharted. Zo moet je wel misschien als het te laat is. Uncharted, nee, daar komt gewoon Lost Legacy is ook echt. Ik zeg wel één ding, is wel echt baas hoor. Natuurlijk. Vaak gespeeld, ik heb zelf platina ervoor. Dan wordt echt, dan gaan zoeken en zo.
You stood by his side and did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon me.
Ik vind het een goede stem.
It wasn't supposed to be doing that. Take this as a keepsake to remember. did you leave me? Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again.
Hmm.
Did this to you? I remember his face. I'll find him.
En waren de puzzels nog moeilijk de tweede keer?
Take care of you.
Ja? Ja. Nou, we waren echt voor de eerste keer toen we Uncharted 4 speelden. Ja, met met die schilderijen. Ja. Ja, het is zo smooth, de gameplay, dat is zo lekker, joh. De smoothste gameplay denk ik ooit. Het is zo soort van los en zo, snap je? Aan de ene kant wil ik even wel shareplay bij elkaar kijken. Het is altijd wel leuk om hoe iemand anders speelt. Zeker Uncharted. Oh, wacht, ik zie een filmpje. Kijk.
Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishop? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that not the butcher's? No. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You ain't trying to get to him, really.
What do you care what I'm doing? What are you doing?
Going to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the moon? When I fled, the humans wanted to... They to violate. God knows what.
No, I don't know. What do I care?
Hmm.
They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now I've got to take care of myself.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think I ran?
See, a cunt remains a cunt, no matter what the situation.
Nou, die is leuk. Dat is echt goed. Ik denk een van de beste hoofdstukken van Uncharted 4 wel. Nou, van de tweede helft sowieso. Ja, nou ja, ja oké, dat is waar als je zo bekijkt. Maar sommige... Ja, die schilderijen. Ja, er zijn 2 keer schilderijen. 1 keer bij Massoli en zo. Dus als je foto's moet nemen.
This is a good place. You're gonna love it.
Zo, dat was moeilijk hoor. Ik weet echt niet meer hoe lang. Nou, ik denk sowieso. We waren in de. Even denken hoor. We waren denk ik in de middag begonnen. Eindmiddag, 6 uur. Toen waren we, ik weet niet, in die ochtend weet ik nog niet echt. Voor mij 2 dagen, net 2 dagen. Ja. Maar waren we wel 2 dagen bezig hoor, dat was wel... Wat is je te doen?
Damn it all.
You need some help?
Is that him? Yes. Can't you see the sword? Who are you? What do you want? Bishop?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? You're the rookie of everything. Especially that fine blade that's acknowledged as a peasant.
Nee joh.
Managed to throw. But it's my father's sword.
Oh.
You mean him? Listen here, boy. You hand over the sword, and I'll just let it. If not, you're in for a family reunion. Kill it, man! Aye! Bastard man! As you were. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
Nou, daar gaan we dan.
I told you how it would end. You
should have listened to me. This is nice.
Lekker hoor.
The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it?
Ik kom zo naar je kijken, hè. Als je Sherplay doet, dan kom ik zo kijken.
For the maiden bloodletting.
Dat is ook wel leuk.
Your father never would have imagined it would be you.
Ik maak even dit hoofdstuk af en dan ben ik klaar.
I believe there's a word. The old man would say, you know. Well, I'm just a pony. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, don't fuck it. The games are over.
Volg Sam. Jammer. Ik zei altijd dat tegen Luke, tegen Milan. Volg Sully. Sully doet niks. Wacht, je weet toch Uncharted 2 dat je in zo'n grot zit en dan heb je zo'n lamp van vuur, toch? En dan branden de soort van zaklamp. Oh nee, zo'n brandende torch. En dan moet je zo het bloed volgen, toch? Daar zat Milan volgens mij 10 minuten bezig en we deden een race van Uncharted en hij was 10 minuten daarmee bezig. En het staat op de stream, dan hoor je hem helemaal zeiken. Hij is gewoon 10 minuten daarmee bezig. Vorige keer was hij er 2 minuten. Of meestal ben je er gewoon echt binnen een minuutje klaar. En hij was 10 minuten, want hij wist niet waar hij heen moest. Ja, ik kan niet meekijken. Ik wil hem saven. Dan kan ik meekijken met. Mhm.
You need some help?
Cutscene.
It's a new day. And
Where am I?
we're at my uncle.
How did you manage to save? I'm exhausted.
Good morning to you.
And this is your uncle. You're not. What? I know. Yeah, you both know.
All right. But before